good evening.
Hello.
I'm Kylie.
And I'm Elsie. Welcome to Point Blank, where we discuss issues relevant to you.
So today we speak to families who are trying to help their kids learn Mandarin. So with us today we have Chris Low and Kenny Tan.
Yes. And their daughter is...
Their daughter over there.
Claire.
Pink.
Say hi.
Claire.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we have also Mr. Shin.
Hi.
He's from Korea.
Yeah.
And he's been in Singapore for 4 years. And this is his daughter, Jin Young.
Jiyoung.
Jiyoung.
Yeah.
Hi, Jiyoung. Say hi.
Wave there.
Wave.
Say hello to them.
Hello.
Alright, okay, and next to me is Edith Lim, who just graduated from Raffles Junior College and is now an intern with Shin Min Daily.
Yeah.
And just for the record, she had an A for her Chinese literature.
Really, right? Excellent. Okay. Now, the Speak Mandarin campaign is already in its 30th year, so maybe let's take a look and see what people think of this campaign.
拍拍手臂，恭喜恭喜！电灯在哪里？
Recently, Minister Mentor Lee Kuan Yew told parents, right, if you want your kids to master Mandarin, then maybe you should speak to them in Mandarin at home, and then they can learn English in school. I mean, that is your case, right? So, so do you think it works?
I think so. As in speaking, I think English is such an international language that you'll pick it up even if you don't speak it at home. So it's more important to speak your mother tongue at home.
So I think there's truth in what he said, because based on my own personal experience, if I were to speak to my children in Mandarin when they were young, I'm sure now they are very well versed in Mandarin. The trouble is I used to speak to them in English, so the trouble come from me actually.
I don't think so, because unless your Mandarin is good, for me my Mandarin is not good. If I speak, you're going to worsen the situation. He will not improve. You see, his Mandarin will deteriorate. At least go to school, he mix around, converse with other children who are good in Mandarin. In that sense, you'll be able to learn faster.
只要家长努力的话，是绝对没有问题的。因为我们遇见的家长是，他们其实都可以讲流利的华语，可是就是因为孩子不配合他们，所以结果是有点困难的。
你觉得孩子们学华语最大的困难其实是在哪里？家长方面吗？少用。
对，家庭背景是很重要。家庭背景是扮演一个重要的角色，因为他们毕竟在学校里面只是短短的几个小时，再说华文课也不多，最多是1-2个小时，所以在家里，如果是我本身的孩子是讲华语，所以他们华文应该是没有问题的。
那英文也是没有问题。
可能在于别人来说，可能他们会稍微比较逊色一点点啦。但是我觉得还是大致上都没有问题。
How are your children doing in Chinese?
Almost fail.
What are you? I mean, because you don't speak it yourself, is it harder for them to pick up?
Yes, true. Yeah.
Parents are facing a lot of difficulties in teaching the children Chinese because they themselves do not speak. They don't have the environment at home. I speak English, then my husband speak Mandarin to her.
Why do you all do that?
Because our school system is bilingual to fit into society. Yeah.
I don't speak Mandarin at home. In school, my school also very Angmo Pai.
So do you think it would have been a bit better for you if your parents spoke to you in Mandarin, like you come from a Mandarin background?
Better, yeah, in the sense that our background will be their foundation.
Okay, would it have made a difference to you if your parents spoke to you in Mandarin at home and then you just pick up English like in school? Do you think that would have made your Mandarin a bit better?
Maybe when I was a bit younger. Yeah.
So now no hope already, is it?
You can say that.
小白兔，白又白，要吃好多，竖起来，爱吃萝卜，爱吃菜。
华文谁怕谁
That was so cute.
Yeah. So that's like the street interviews that you did. Yeah, and they were talking about how they get the children, to speak Mandarin at home.
I think the most the thing that I got from Lee's speech most last week was him telling parents to teach talk to their kids in Mandarin.
Okay.
Yep.
Because English will be taken care of in school.
So maybe we can ask Kenny and Chris, because Kenny, you come from you're Peranakan, right? So
right.
And so there's not much Mandarin spoken at home. So what were the challenges that you faced?
Well, I think maybe I'm the main challenge because I don't speak Mandarin at all. So most of the time, Chris will try to speak a little bit of Mandarin, but I think generally that doesn't happen very much. So basically, we speak more of English at home.
But do you think what said would it would work? I mean, if let's say, just now one parent said, my husband speaks Mandarin to her and I speak English to him. Maybe y'all can have that kind of strategy.
I think it's very difficult because I tried with her when she was a kid. Because Kenny doesn't speak Mandarin, so somehow I have to speak in English with her. And then when I speak Mandarin with her, I don't know whether she understands me or not.
Or whether Kenny understands.
Yes, exactly. And she doesn't respond to me,
When you speak to her in Mandarin?
Yeah, we couldn't continue a conversation. So there was a difficulty because at home I speak Hokkien with my mother. And with my brothers we speak English with a mix of Hokkien. So with him it's Peranakan and English. So the main language that we can really talk to each other is English.
So it was an uphill task for you to teach her Mandarin, and so in the end you decided to just send them for.
When she was 1 year old, I got a bit worried because being a Chinese and we cannot speak Mandarin. And just like him, he's a very good example because every time when we go to a Chinese restaurant, they say, "Hey, Mandarin, you order." I don't know how to read. So I don't want that to happen on Claire. So I sent her to Julia Gabriel Center for Learning, where she starts Mandarin Play Nest. And then on top of that, she went to nursery. And on top of that, every Saturday I bring her to Chinese cultural arts. So from there she learned how to speak Mandarin fluently.
Oh, so now she speaks Mandarin.
Yeah, she is better now.
Oh,
can we test it out?
Yeah, Claire. What are you doing, Claire? What's your 你的中文名是什么？你的中文名跟我们来，你的中文名。
I don't know. I don't know what does it mean.
Your Chinese name
叫什么名字？
天娘。
你今年几岁
？4岁。
She's pretty good.
Okay. So what about Mr. Shin? You said you're from Korea.
Yeah.
And you don't speak Mandarin
at all.
Yes. So and you sent your daughter to Mandarin lessons.
I sent her to Julia Gabriel Center at the 2007 July because I heard here in Singapore she can learn both English and Mandarin. And then we put her at the playing nursery class, and she take a Mandarin class from there. So that was the first time she, learned the Mandarin. But frankly speaking, I don't know what is her level now, because we have never chance to speak Mandarin at home. So normally we speak mostly Korean. Sometimes I read an English book for her, and sometimes if she want to speak in English, then I just follow her. Sometimes she speak English with the maid. So that's all. So there is no chance to speak Mandarin at all. So sometimes she speak Mandarin song. Then
I sing the Mandarin songs. Oh.
Yeah, so I'm quite surprised. But there's no way to, say whether that pronunciation is correct. I don't know. I just follow her, just play with her, so just encourage her to speak Mandarin more. That's all. That's all I did.
Yeah. But why did you decide to send her for Chinese lessons in the first place?
What do you think is important to learn Mandarin?
To me, yes. To me, that's very important. Nowadays, Mandarin, I think even many Caucasians are willing to learn the Mandarin. Then there is a lot of chance, think about China. Wherever I go, I can see them, Chinese people. And then many Chinese restaurants, I only can order by picture. Even Korea, yes, we run some Chinese character. But I think to speak Mandarin and learn the Chinese character is quite, difficult actually for my generation.
Yeah.
For her,
Yeah.
I think it is good for her.
Yeah. True.
It's a good chance. I mean.
Yeah. So that's why you think Singapore is a good place to learn both languages, English and Chinese.
Yeah. Yes. Lots of Korean came here because of that reason.
Oh, many Koreans actually came to Singapore too. And can you told me about her speaking to taxi drivers?
Yeah.
What do you say to taxi
What do you tell the
drivers?
taxi driver?
Because sometimes taxi drivers speak to her and try to check her level. And she understood what taxi driver said.
No.
You don't know, Gia?
So she's like your little translator, your little interpreter.
Yeah, sometimes yes.
Are you your daddy's little interpreter? Yeah, very good. And of course we had Edith here. She's from Raffles Junior College. So
Prime example of Singapore's bilingual system.
yeah, she's a poster child for our bilingual system. Okay, and Edith is an intern at our Shin Min Daily. So that means she reports and writes in Chinese. And so Edith, tell us what was it that made you so interested in speaking Mandarin, Chinese?
Okay, actually I came from an English-speaking family background. Mostly when I was young, I only spoke Mandarin to my grandparents. Yeah, because my dialect isn't very fluent. So, but when I was younger, I watched a lot of Chinese drama series, and I really liked listening to Chinese pop songs. So, I think from there, it sort of sparked my interest for the Chinese language. So, when I was in secondary school, I did higher mother tongue. So, when I went to JC, I realized that there was this subject, Chinese literature. It was quite shocking for my parents because they didn't expect me to take Chinese literature. All along it was like physics, chemistry, maths, econs. So it was quite fixed until
the more practical subject. Is that what the parents think?
It's a very common subject combination.
Not many people take Chinese literature actually.
So I actually sort of insisted.
Okay.
That not many people take Chinese literature because you would think we're very
I'm start worried about that because we have to think about her school too. So I thought she need to have some tutoring for the Mandarin. But I'm very surprised to hear from her that.
No, but like you mentioned, you like listening to Chinese pop and all that. But what about your friends? I mean, I'm assuming that you are like more of an exception than the norm.
Okay, when I was in primary school, I was in a SEP school, so it's quite normal. I'm quite normal there.
Quite normal there.
Okay, just for Mr. Shin, the SEP school is like the special assistant plan school where you do both Chinese as first language and English as first language. Yeah, in case you were not.
He's getting more stressed as the show goes on. It's like,
Chinese.
I'm really quite surprised to hear you that most of the Singaporeans don't take the Mandarin course. I thought that's kind of mandatory course.
No, it is. But Chinese literature is a different. It's not just language. Already.
It's like a higher level. It's a literature.
Something like English and English literature.
I see.
So Chinese literature is an add-on to Chinese. It's compulsory to take Chinese.
So back to you.
So SEP school. Yeah.
So my primary school, as in there are schools that are Chinese culture. Yeah. So in my primary school, my principal was like very Chinese culture. We actually have assembly talks in Chinese and everything. But when I went to secondary school, I went to Raffles Girls and subsequently Raffles Junior College. Okay, it's a more westernized culture.
Yeah, English speaking.
It's English school. Yeah. So. When I speak to my friends, usually we use English. Only with my Chinese teacher, we use Mandarin. But not every school is like that, so you don't have to worry.
No, but actually, considering that you came from an English background, was it difficult for you to pick up Chinese when you were in school and all that? Because it's usually the case the reverse, right? If you come from English speaking background, then your Chinese not so good. Then Chinese speaking background, then English maybe not so good.
Like what I just want to say, like it's hard to have both languages,
Actually, for me, it was the other way around. in school, I always had troubles. I had more troubles with my English actually. Usually, my Mandarin will be better as in terms of grades, and I don't know, somehow I just have more interest in Mandarin lessons, and I like my Mandarin teachers. So far, all my Chinese teachers a lot.
Wow. So I guess teachers do make a lot of difference in nurturing.
But Edith, in your case, when did you start picking up Mandarin?
Okay, when I was younger, my grandparents actually took care of me. So my parents will drop me at my grandparents' house, then they'll pick me up at night. So
in the day you speak Chinese, and at night
what age was that?
Around kindergarten.
Kindergarten. So
kindergarten.
about her age?
Yeah, about her age. So
I think teacher is very important, you know. Once she liked the teacher, Mandarin teacher, whoever, then she would like to play with the teacher, so she have a more chance to learn the Mandarin, more chance to speak Mandarin. If let's say she doesn't like teacher,
so if she doesn't like the teacher, she will.
The teacher is very important because it will influence them. The teacher will give them love and encourage them, but doesn't bring them down. Then they will be very interested in the subject. I think how Claire got interested in the subject was also because of her teacher. In Julia Gabriel Center for Learning, they will always call them by name. You know, they say, "Oh, Jin Yang, ni zhao." They will hug her and she feel loved. You know, it's like a home place for them. You know, so it's very easy for them to pick up the language. Whereas for us at home, we are always, you know, getting back to English because I'm always wondering, will he understand? So there's a barrier at home. But whereas in school, a Mandarin teacher will always speak Mandarin. Even simple toilet training, going to the toilet, they sing their way to the toilet.
Sing their way to
They make them sing a song. You know? Yeah, so it was very fun and interesting. Seeing the background and the teachers around is very important.
Yeah. And well, when we come back, I actually visited the classroom, and they were having a lot of fun and a lot of play activities, how to learn Mandarin through play. So when we come back, we will take a look at that.
Okay.